Well, good afternoon and welcome to another edition of my 52 MG Replica Update 32. I spent the day running brake lines on the chassis today. The guy was here yesterday, finished welding it, and I ran the brake lines, bled the brakes, and my son-in-law helped me with that. So this is what I got. There's the new master cylinder. The reservoir is not going to stay there. I have to get some 1/4 inch EDPM, I think it is, heater hose to put here where I've got gas line. This is just temporary until I get the hose that I need. I'll probably order that from Amazon. But as you can see, I ran the new brake lines back to the back. They're all running to the front here. I made the mistake of ordering 3/16 fittings for the 3/16 line. However, what I ordered were the fittings on the lines are bubble fittings, and my flaring tool is just a regular flaring tool, and the fittings that I had were not correct. So I ended up reusing this old line here and old fittings on this line, and then I went down and bought the right fittings for this line and where it goes and meets the junction box here in the back right there. So that's all done. I took some brake clean and cleaned all the brake fluid off, and what I'm going to do now is take this RCMP stuff, this Rust Sergeant, and you can find that online at I think it's rustsergeant.com or rcmp.com. I bought this converts all of that rusty looking stuff into it stops it. It's a rust stop, whatever. Well, I don't know how you say it, but that's what it is. So what I'm going to do is do that tonight, paint this stuff on, and it'll turn black, and then tomorrow I'll paint the upper side and the underside with truck bed liner paint, and that should stop any of the rusting. But as you can see, he put a new piece in here. This was all open before. This is my gas line. It's got to be reshaped and stuff, but I can't do that until I put the body back on. And he finished welding here around the floor pans. Got both of them done. So that's all good and solid now. So like I said, I'm going to paint that stuff on, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is the first time that this chassis has been outside in a year. So we've actually got a nice day where we can work on this thing outside. So let me put you down and see if I can stand you up where you can see. Probably not. Probably not. Let's see. I don't have a stand. All I got is a cell phone, so yeah, that'll work right there. They say not to cut this stuff, just to put it on straight, so that's what I'm going to do. I got just a cheap chip brush. And when it starts working, it'll turn black when it works and converts all this metal and rust back into paintable surface. We haven't really had any nice days. Here it is, almost the end of April, and we're just now getting 50-degree weather. Well, it's supposed to start this week 50 degrees. So this will be one step closer. My buddy Chuck was over today, and I asked him to check the body and see if I've got it sanded where it's good enough, you know, to be sanded and to be painted. And there was only a couple spots that needed to be touched up. So I'm pretty happy with that, since I'm not a body person. I've got my my welding guy coming up next weekend to weld the snowblower over there, because the auger is chucking on the shaft and it's breaking the shear pins. So I'm going to have him weld the shaft up so that I don't go through any more shear pins. Probably don't have to do these pans, but I'm gonna anyway. There, that takes care of that side. I'll do a little bit up here by the master cylinder. That'll stop any of the rust. Not that this thing's going to be out in the rain or anything, but you never know, you know. There, that side's done. Let me move you over to the other side. If you can. Sorry, I know. There. Be able to see now. Be able to see now. Stuff seems to go quite a ways. I haven't, I've done all of that and didn't even put a dent in the quart. I probably don't have to do this, but I'm gonna. I went down to the parts store today to see if I could find any of that heater hose, and they all looked at me like I had three heads. Oh, gas line will work. Well, it won't, because brake fluid will react to the fuel line. I meant fuel line won't work. Like I said, brake line, but. Boy, bending over like that is not good on my back. I don't know if you guys have ever had back trouble, but tell you what, I suffered with it for almost 3 years. Finally, I started doing exercises and of my own doing. And it seems to be a lot better than it was. Still bothering me every once in a while, like on a day like today when I'm doing this kind of bending over crap. After I get tired or whatnot, it starts to bother me. But got a new boot for the shifter too, so you guys bored yet? Yeah, I know, so am I. But something's got to be done. Put a little more in there. The other side's starting to turn black already. It says to let it cure for 24 hours before you paint over it. So my thought is to do that, paint that tomorrow afternoon. Put the undercoating on tomorrow afternoon. There was quite a bit of rust spots that the welder repaired. Chris there. Can't wait to get this body down on here and get it ready to roll. If there's any other spots that I missed. There, that's about it. Like I said, it's already, as you could see, it's already turning black. So I'm going to let that do its thing. And tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow I'll paint it. Get the underside of it painted too. And then she'll be ready to have the chassis or the body put back down on it. I've got to get some, I forgot to get some weight for up in here. I think I'm going to make some forms out of flashing maybe and pour concrete in there and put a bolt down through the bottom of it, set that in, you know, concrete, a bolt in the concrete so I can drill down through it and mount it so it won't go anywhere. I think that might be on tomorrow's agenda too. That's about it for today's video. I know it's a long one, right? Longer than I'm usually doing. If anything else comes up where I think I need to have you be put on, I'll let you know. So for my 52 MG replica update number 32, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbing and a liking if you like my videos. If you don't like them, you don't have to watch them. Thanks. See you next time.